question 21, what is the meaning of a weak acid based on definition? Okay, there are 3 parts to this definition. First one, it will undergo partial dissociation. Second keyword, in water. Okay, third one is to produce a low concentration of H+ ions. Okay, so for option A, it has a low pH value. This is not your best answer. Okay, for acids, right, pH is lesser than 7. But the stronger the acid, the lower the pH. So for strong acids, right, the pH range is about 1 to 2. Okay, whereas for the weaker acid, pH would be higher. Okay, but still lower than 7. So the range would be about 3 to 6. So your weak acid, it would have a relatively higher pH value as compared to a stronger acid. So I'll cross out option A. Now option B, it only dissociates partially into hydrogen ions. The keyword here is dissociates partially, which is the definition for a weak acid. So option B is true. Okay, it's your answer. Now let's say option C. It has a lower concentration of H+ ions compared to hydroxide ions. So one key misconception is that students think acids, they only contain H+ ions and no OH-. Okay, this one is false. Acids, right, they contain both H+ and OH- ions. It's just that the concentration of H+ ions is greater than that of OH- ions. Same for alkalis. Alkalis, they contain both H+ and OH-, just that the concentration of OH- is greater than that of your H+ ions. Okay, so it has a lower concentration of H+, this is wrong. The correct term should be it has a higher concentration. Okay, for option D, it has a lower concentration of acid molecules compared to hydrogen ions. So I'm going to use a diagram to illustrate this one. I'm going to use ethanoic acid as my example of your weak acid. Okay, what does partial dissociation means, right? Is let's say you have a beaker, okay, and you have your ethanoic acid molecules. So partial dissociation means not all the molecules will dissociate to give you H+. So there'll be some that remains in the molecule form and there'll be some that dissociates. Okay, and if you compare this with your strong acid, okay, definition of strong acid means it undergoes complete dissociation. So for example, HCl means that all of your HCl molecules would dissociate to give you H+ and Cl-. Okay, there is no HCl molecules that is present. Whereas for your weak acid, there are still some acid molecules that did not dissociate. Okay, only underwent partial dissociation. So option D is wrong because there should be a higher concentration of your acid molecules as compared to hydrogen ions. This one is linked to the partial dissociation part. Okay, so the best answer would be option B.